Hi, this is Junda. Welcome to Tree Leaf. We now go to the second half of Bendoa, where Master Dogen starts to take questions from the audience. And the questions are about Zazen. Basically the same subject we've been talking about all along, but now Master Dogen gets to emphasize a few points. And in the first couple of questions, Master Dogen really takes a couple of softballs. Why Zazen? Well, first reason, it's the gateway to the realization of truth, to the attainment of what the Buddha attained. Next question. But it's true. Through our practice, we believe that we are tasting what the Buddha tasted, experiencing what the Buddha experienced, realizing what the Buddha realized. And not only one Buddha, all the Buddhas, all the ancestors. That's question number 2. We do it because they all did it. If it was good enough for them, it's good enough for us. But is that true? What did they do? That's a tough question. Because I'm going to let you into a little Buddhist teacher's secret. We all have this bad habit of asserting that what we're doing is what the Buddha did and what the other ancestors did and is the way to do it. And I'm here to tell you it's probably just one way to do it. First off, no one's exactly sure the type of meditation, the type of Zazen that the Buddha practiced. Although it's very clear, if you've ever seen all those Buddha statues, that he was seated cross-legged, practicing some form of Zazen. And all throughout the history of Buddhism, meditation, Zazen, a little technical problem here with the camera. Okay, let me repeat that. All through the history of Buddhism, Zazen seems to have been the main practice, except for those other schools of Buddhism that do other things like chanting. But we'll talk about them another day. But within the definition of Zazen, there have been all manner of practices. Here's a little book I just finished. Excellent. Recent history by a historian named Schluter. How Zen Became Zen. It's basically the history of how the Zen school developed its 2 modern styles of Zazen during the Sung dynasty in China. One style is koan meditation, focusing on a koan, mu, or part of a koan, often to attain a kensho breakthrough. And the other type, which is basically the grandfather of what we practice, something called silent illumination, which is Master Dogen's practice. He changed the flavor slightly, but we are sitting in shikantaza, silent illumination. But you know, these were kinds of innovations, in a sense, because I'm going to tell you, it looks like silent illumination actually goes back quite a ways, and it's actually the koan guys who were the new kids on the block. But even so, even silent illumination was just one form of meditation, and people have practiced all kinds of meditations. Even today, there are teachers who teach Vipassana meditation, which is an insight meditation. The Tibetans have all kinds of practices, endless creativity, focusing on various Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and visualizations, and there's mantra chanting, and you name it. So, which is the right one? Your guess is as good as mine. But the one I teach, and this is the point, I will vouch for, because it has been the foundation of my life and makes all the difference. And as I often say, if what I'm doing is different from what the Buddha did, I'll keep what I got. And I recommend it to you. That's how come I got the chutzpah to get up here every day That means the guts to get up here every day and recommend it to you, because it works. But I'm going to tell you this too. I think that deep down, all these different styles of meditation really had much in common. The important things in common. The Buddha spoke about suffering, dukkha, and a way to stop desire, anger, greed, ignorance, so that dukkha would take a hike. All these different styles of meditation are effective in their own way. So am I saying that you should go out and just practice any old style? No. I'm going to tell you why, I'm speaking as a Soto teacher, why I think our Soto Shikantaza way is very, very, well, it's the best. Number one, almost all the styles of meditation tell you that you must eventually get to a taste of your life where desire, anger, separation dropped away, and body and mind drop away, and you're home with no place to go, nothing more to attain. And as you hear me babbling on about here every day, that's exactly what we do in Shikantaza by dropping all thought of attainment. And number two, that you have to find out for yourself. But it's about meditation as this life, in this life and world, not an attempt to escape to some other state, not an attempt to realize some unusual or extraordinary perception so much as to see how extraordinary and miraculous is this ordinary life of ours. It's right here down to earth. Well, I'm going to stop babbling on right now because we're going to run out of time for Zazen if I do that. And I see that my bell is not here. So today I'm going to begin Zazen with 3 claps, like Peter Pan.